I have made a horrible mistake. And about 2 months ago, I found myself in an unhealthy relationship with someone at the gym.
Wait, back out. Are you married? Are you married?
Yes, I am married. That's the key.
That's
the key problem. We have been married for about 5 years.
Any kids?
About 5 years. 2 children, 2 and 4.
Okay.
So I wanted to do a fitness competition, and I found myself at the gym a lot, and there was a guy there, trainer, and basically started, helping me out.
You over there where you ain't got no business. Why you over there by the apple? You know you got no business.
With some workouts, we started talking, and it went too far.
While we're listening to this is you guys' homework while we listen, man. Would you be comfortable, and this is to man or woman, right? Would you be comfortable with your wife or your girl having a male personal trainer, or your husband or man having a female personal trainer, right? Would you be comfortable with that? Some people don't care. Some people don't care.
Right.
What does that mean?
My husband knows. Well, he started talking to me. We met for coffee. And then
Did you sleep with him?
We actually ended up sleeping together, yes. Which is the part that my husband doesn't know. He knows everything except for that, because immediately I just feared risking. Like, I was scared of losing everyone, and I was so stupid, and I was, just scared. So I immediately lied and blocked him from everything. I have not communicated with him since then.
Oh, I got to be blocked.
Over 2 months, but now I'm like...
I got to be blocked. Because you feeling bad. I get it. I respect it.
Well, great. When it was all horrible, I lied.
Yeah.
And now I don't know if I should rehash this, because things have been going really well, and we've really surrounded ourselves with a great community and church, family, and counseling. And I've lied so hard about this one thing among every single person, because in my head I was like, I'll just never ever bring this up. And now I'm like, to move forward, I need to know whether or not I should tell him.
The fact that you're calling tells me that you know the answer to this.
Cheated with the personal trainer. How predictable. How predictable. What do you guys think so far?
This is the thing about humans. If you are a human, as long as you are a human, we want to say that we're going to stay perfect. But that's just not the case. This is probably one of the worst things that you can do to somebody. You betray their trust. You betray their love and everything that they've given. And there's a bright side here. Sometimes it takes something like this for people to learn. That's the dirty thing about marriage. Sometimes, in these long-term relationships, sometimes you take things from people that people don't even know that you've taken. Other people don't know that you guys have taken from each other. And that's just your little secret on how you've overcome hardships and difficulty. There are some conversations that happen between you and your partner that no one will ever know about. It's not for anybody to ever know about, because it's your problems on your issues as you guys work together. You know what I mean? It has nothing to do with anybody else. It's how you guys have chosen to deal with this situation. Because, you got love for the person, but, you are a fallible human that makes mistakes. And I'm not excusing what she's done. And neither should you. You don't have to excuse what she's done. You don't have to feel sorry for her. But, on the other hand, I've seen cases to where somebody says, I did this, and they laugh about it. They snicker about it. They giggle about it. And they say, keek, keek, keek. He doesn't know. Ha, 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 ha. And I did this, and they think it's funny. And it drives people up a wall, because you've betrayed trust, and something that is so sacred to somebody, you've betrayed that, and somehow you think it's funny. And I think I commend her for saying, I feel bad about this. I feel terrible for this. I immediately realized I was wrong as soon as I did it, but we did it. And as soon as I got up, you know, and that's a cold way to, because even as the guy on the other side, he would care about that, because now he feels rejected, because he's like, dang, you know, I thought, because you never know, maybe he's going through some stuff on his own, the personal trainer, and he's like, man, maybe this is one of those romances to where it starts out bad, because you'd be surprised what you rationalize as a human. It starts out bad, but then at the end it turns into something good, and it's just us. Man, I know situations like that for sure, for certain. And you know, those two people came together and they stayed married, still married today, and you know, did what they did, you know. So it can work out. Two people who cheated get together and stay together and stuff like, and maybe he thought that that's what it was going to be. He thought that he could treat her better than the guy, you know. And that's why I say, as a partner, right, you got to watch how you talk about your partner. You know, everything's not going to be perfect, but you can't get them in front of somebody and make these little digs and run them down, nor should you allow other people to take digs at your partner and run them down in front of you. That should not happen, right? Because that's your issue. If you have an issue enough to where you just can't handle it and you have to leave, then just leave. Don't put yourself in a predicament that you're going to hurt somebody. But again, you know, this is the thing about life. Life is complicated. You know, I didn't say nothing because I got a little self-preservation going on. I got to have some place to stay, lay my head and pay the bills. If I give that up right now, I might be sleeping on my mama's couch with nothing. Right? And going to court and all such as that. But when you do stuff like this, you don't give your partner the opportunity to feel a certain way. You force them to be in a relationship with you, and they might not want to be a party to what you've done. And sometimes you wait so long to where you can say, I just want to get them reattached to me. And if I can get them reattached to me, then by the time I tell them, they won't leave me. That's toxic. I understand why you're doing it, but it's toxic. It's self-serving, it's greedy, and it's wrong. I understand why you're doing it though, because at all times, at the very base foundation of your thinking, you want to have some self-preservation. And if I tell this person now, I will lose everything that I built. And I just cannot see myself giving all of that up to do the right thing. I just can't do it. Do I want to continue to have them hurt? No, but I can't sacrifice everything that I built up. But you have to, I guess, be mature enough to have that conversation and give them time to process, because nobody likes when everything is going well. And because he knows things are off and he's like, well, I don't know, because it's like sometimes it depends on the temperament of the person. Maybe if you tell him then, it's the worst thing in the world and it just compounds on top of everything else. And it's just like, wow, nah, I really got to leave you, you know, because that's the last straw. Or if you wait long enough, it might be like, wow, we've come this far and things have been going great. I don't want to give that up either, but I'm just hurt. I'm going to be hurt for a while. You got to give me some time. Or they might be like, you knew all this time that this is what you did to me. How dare you? And you got to take that on the chin, because I know it's scared. I know it's scary, but you know, the fact of the matter is this is a decision that you made. Nobody made you do this. I know a lot of people, you know, I know sometimes there's a famous question that people like to ask, you know, and they like to play the blame game and they'd like to be victims to try to justify the wrong that they're doing, because someone might say something like this, and the question would be asked, well, what did he do? What did he do? What do you mean? That ain't got nothing to do with nothing. What did you do? Stop trying to victim blame. Stop trying to put it off on him. Nobody can make you go out and cheat. If you feel like this is an outlet for you, this is a solution for you, that's on you. That's how you think. That's an element of your thinking. Nobody made you think that way. That's an element of your thinking, not theirs, yours. You got to take responsibility for that. You got to own up to that. It's not about, well, what did you do to make me feel that way? Doesn't matter. If you felt that way and you can't stand it anymore, then leave. But we get down to the bottom of it when you call yourself some sort of altruistic person, some sort of well-meaning or well-intentioned person, and you say, I'm a good person, I would never, so, I deserve a little bit of. No, you don't. You're about to go out here and do something stupid, and you're about to seriously damage somebody, probably off an assumption that you made in isolation. Well, I asked you for this multiple times, and you ain't giving it to me. I asked you for this a lot of times, and you ain't giving it to me. So that means you don't want to give it to me. And if you don't want to give it to me, then that means you basically telling me no. That means you basically don't love me. All of this stuff is that you're making up in your head. That person ain't never said that. You said that to yourself. You haven't given an opportunity to defend themselves and say, oh, I'm sorry. I know we're in a space to where we're kind of not clicking right now, but I thought there was going to be a time and that's why I guess I'm working so much, so that maybe there's a time where we can spend more time together. That's what I was working toward. I know I didn't say anything about it, but that's what I've been working toward, a time to where we could come together and just rekindle the love that we had. I know I haven't been communicative. That's on me, but did it warrant you going out and cheating on him? And now that you just had a conversation like an adult, you feel bad. And now you got to reveal to him like a mistake that you wish you would have never made, because it's like, now it took this to make me realize the grass isn't always greener. And I love my family. I want my family. I want to do anything for my family. I want to fight for my family. But now you've transgressed the covenant between you guys, and now you got to answer for that. And now you're calling up here trying to find a way to get out of it, quite honestly, is what you're doing. But you got to go talk to that person and see, how do they feel? I don't know how it's going to go. It just depends. They may not be able to handle it, and they might be like, give me a hall pass. You know what? Don't give me nothing. I'm taking it. It's mine, because ain't no way that you about to get away with. No, I'm not asking you. I'm telling you. And you feel bad because you're like, oh man, they're about to step out on me. Good. Now you know how they felt. Oh, but they didn't know. I've heard people tell me it's not the same because they didn't know. It doesn't matter if they knew or not. And I bet you they knew something. They just couldn't prove it. But they knew you were cold. They knew you were distant. And they sat in that agony in silence. But they knew that something was different. They've been living with you for 5 years. They know when you up and when you down, and when you not feeling them, and when you keeping them at bay. They know that you going to a gym with a male trainer and stuff like that. Probably looking at your phone, seeing a text message come up, watching you kiki and ha and being slick and trying to sit in the car for longer. And they see all of that. They just ain't said nothing because they don't want to be accused of jumping to conclusions. Because that's going to be your first defense. Oh, why are you jumping to conclusions? All right, so I don't say nothing until you slip up and do something. Now I got the proof. And now you want me to be nice to you. Now you want me to forgive you easy and let you off the hook. Now you want me to take pity on you and give you grace. Where was my grace? I don't know, man. I don't know how you're going to handle this. But you need to allow that man the opportunity to say yes or no. I'm taking me and my kids and I'm gone. Give me some alimony. Whatever happens, let me know what you think down in the comments. Like, share, subscribe. And until next time, take it easy.